Boom! All right, episode 98 today. Welcome back to the PT Profit, Leverage and Lifestyle Show. My name is Matt. I'm $1 million PT and I help other PTs grow and scale their business. So today's episode, we're going to talk about December domination, the right mindset to have, and a couple of marketing strategies that you can do in the month of December to fill your pipeline for the rush in January. So almost at number 100, so I'm super keen. A personal update from me is I've decided to go all in on short form content. I'm going pro, and already just by 2 weeks of going pro, we've got 75,000 views on social media, or specifically on Instagram. Actually, it's purely just on Instagram, and I'm spending a lot of time, investing a lot of money in making sure I'm getting the right type of content out there and connecting with my ideal client. So my advice to anyone, face-to-face or online, if you want to grow your business, grow your brand, is to get serious with short form content. So that's a little personal update. It's going really well. I'm really enjoying the process. I'm having fun doing it. Even though it's a lot of work, it is quite fun. So that's why I'm doing it every single week. And moral of the story is, if you want to take action on tasks, make it fun. It's as simple as it is. So let's talk about today's episode, December domination. Let's quickly talk about the mindset. PTs think December is super quiet, which it is for most personal trainers, but not for the clients that we work with, and it shouldn't be for you either. The reason why is people are still spending a lot of money. They're just spending it on other things. Now, there's two ways December can go. Most of the time what happens is clients will drop PT because they're spending money on other things, and then they'll ghost you and they won't come back in January. And you basically take a little bit of time off as well because there's not much happening in the gym. So you've got no pipeline for January, and then once January hits, you'll be very reactive and you'll take a little bit of time to get going, and you'll miss the opportunity to capitalize on the New Year, New Me resolutions. The second option is you have a system and a process to maintain all your clients and have zero drop-offs during this time, and then you have a pipeline filled with 100 or more people ready to pounce as soon as January happens. Because everyone, and I mean everyone, talks about New Year resolutions. I don't care who you are. Everyone thinks about it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you make a big plan, but everyone thinks about New Year resolutions. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, well, firstly I'll give a brief summary of how you can keep your clients, but I want to mainly talk about how you can actually generate a big pipeline during the month of December. So, first thing, let's talk about, let's talk a little bit more about mindset. If you want your clients to maintain or keep their results during this time, you need to practice what you preach. If you're going to go out drinking all the time, if you're going to go on holidays, if you're going to do X, Y, Z, expect your clients to do the same thing. So if you want your clients to, and by the way, you're not going to get your clients massive results in December. People have Christmas parties, they've got work events, they've got all this stuff going on. They're not going to get amazing results for most of the general population. So don't set that expectation on them. Set the expectation of just maintaining results during this time. It's going to set them up for success for 2026. Okay? Because everyone else would have gone backwards. The second thing is, make sure if your clients are going away that they fill in a form to say that they're going to come back. Like a time hold form. So you pause their payments if you need to. That's a worst case scenario. Ideally, you want to do makeup sessions, or if they're online, it's just business as usual. But if they do need to pause their payments, they need to fill in a form to say that they're going to come back once their holiday is finished. Most PTs have people go away on holidays and they just ghost them because they've had too much food, had too much alcohol, and they feel like shit, and they don't want to come back because they're embarrassed to come back to you. Okay? There's this very simple time hold form that you can send people to pause their payments and get them to come back. If you want a copy of that, send me a DM right now and I'll send it over to you. The second part of today's episode is how you can generate 100 plus leads in your coaching business whether you're face-to-face or online. And we're going to do some type of giveaway targeted towards New Year's. New Year, New Me. And you can do a hamper, you can just do a giveaway of free personal training, but you want to target it towards a New Year, New Me campaign. Now you want to ideally run this strategy for 3, maybe 4 weeks, from the 5th or the 8th of December to the 30th or 31st of December, okay? So if you're in a gym, you might do like a hamper, for example, where you get heaps of goodies, champagne resistance bands, shirts, some shoes, some water bottles, gym towel, all that type of stuff. Anything to do with the New Year, New Me. And you gotta also include in there some online coaching or some face-to-face training as well. You can obviously pump that up in the gym, of course, but you're also gonna post it on social media. If you're an online trainer, obviously you're only just gonna have to do the online side of things. Now, you might just have to do some ads for this as well. Nothing wrong with that as well. It's a whole nother conversation. I'm just talking about the actual campaign structure for what you should do to get your pipeline filled with people to contact at the start of the year. So how the strategy works is you're going to run the strategy for about 3.5 weeks. You're going to draw the winner of the giveaway on the 30th or the 31st of December. You're going to post it on social media with ideally you giving the hamper, or you have a screenshot of you or like a phone call of you calling up the winner, posting that on social media saying, hey guys, here's the winner. For the guys that enter, we are going to give away some runner-up prizes because we had so many people enter. Just keep an eye on your phones because it's going to be another 20 runner-up prizes. Okay? From there, you're going to have a pipeline of 100 people, of potential people to call. Now, you're never going to be able to get a hold of all 100 people. So the reason why we're only going to say we're going to give away 20 prizes is because we're only going to probably get a hold of 20 or 30 people max. And basically what you're going to do, you're going to call them up and you're going to say, hey, the reason for the quick call is I believe you recently joined or entered our competition to win the hamper. Is that correct? They're going to say, they're going to say yes. And you're going to say, perfect, I'll get the bad news out of the way first. You weren't the overall winner. However, we did have 20 runner-up prizes because there were so many entries. And you were one of the winners, so congratulations. What you've won is a free New Year, New Me tailored strategy session to make sure you've got the right goals for 2026, and a PT session to make sure you're on track. Let's get that session booked in. Would you prefer this time or this time? Okay, then you're gonna book them in. Now, if you get to 100 leads, you should get between 20 and 30 people book in, depending on your pickup rate. That is how you succeed as a PT in December and January. You take advantage of other PTs being slack and taking the foot off the gas, and you create momentum for January, and then you get all the other people on the back of that as well. All the new people signing up to the gym, all the new people all of a sudden wanting online coaching, for example. That is how you get ahead in December. We call that December domination. I'm actually running a training on this for my clients. I would have already run it by the time this episode comes out, but I'm giving you guys a bit of a sneak peek. So if you want the full training on this exact strategy, just comment the word December, and I'll send you the full training for you to go through. So I'll see you next week for episode 99.